I think we're good to start now. So thank you everyone for joining in for today's session. Today we're going to cover Xtra. This is our second webinar, which is going to cover everything about Xtra we've done previously as well. We've added a few changes. We've done a few upgrades into Xtra, so we're going to cover that. Xtra is one of the most popular design methods on XTEN-AV. So it is not the only design method on XTEN-AV. So there is questionnaire, there is add your own BOM as well. But Xtra, as I said, is one of the most popular design methods. So the things which you're going to cover in Xtra, you can see in the agenda on the slide in front of you. So we're going to start a design in Xtra, navigate through the Xtra BOM page, go to My Library. We've added a lot of new features in My Library, so we will cover those as well. How do we create our own products and add IO information to that? And we've added a new feature of cloning a product. We'll also cover that. Then how do you upload? There's a feature by which you can upload BOM. Instead of searching for products, you can upload in an Excel. So we'll see that how that works. Then we'll go to the Xtra editor and try and cover up all the features which are available in the editor. Then we'll look at the documents which are created once you complete your design in Xtra. And then I'll also show you the new floor plans feature and how it works. And we made a few changes in the proposal tool as well, so I'm going to show you that as well. So please ask all your questions in the Q&A window. Do not ask any questions in the chat section because whatever you ask in Q&A gets recorded, and if you're not able to reply during the webinar, we will send you a reply over email. Okay, so I think we're good to start. So how do you start a design in Xtra? So there are two different methods by which you can start a design in Xtra. First is from the project page. So let me just open up an existing project page. So this is the project page. So to add a new design inside a project, you can click on add design. Then the first thing it will do is it will ask you for the type of room you need to work on. We have pretty much everything in commercial AV, but if you do not find anything which you're looking for, then you can always choose other. So let's do meeting room. So once you select the template, it will give you the design method which you can work on. So there is, as you can see, there is Xtra, and there is questionnaire, and then there is add your own BOM. So these are the three design methods which I talked about. So you can give a name to the design, and the number of designs is actually the similar type of rooms which you're designing. So let's say there's a 10-seater meeting room which is spread across a building in 10 numbers. So you can just increase the number of designs or the number of rooms from here. The other method is from the navigation menu here. So all you need to do is wherever you are on the platform, just click on Xtra. Again, it will ask you to choose the meeting, the template which you need to work on. Select the template, give the name to your design, then click on create design. So now it will be added to the list of projects. Actually, I just forgot to show you something. Let me do it once again. So you click on this, give a name, and then in this bar, you will get the list of all the existing projects which you worked on. So you can put the design in any of these projects. So now we are on the Xtra page. So as you can see here, we'll start from the top. So these links in blue color, which you see, we call them as breadcrumbs. So the first one is the name of the project which you've been working on. So if you click on it, it will take you back to the project page. like this. The second one is actually all the designs and documents related to this particular design. So that's a quick way to go there. But please remember, do not click on this until you have added your designs here and you have clicked on Open Extra Editor. This makes sense only if you when you have completed a design. That's precisely why we have grayed out the View Designs Docs button, because this and this is the same thing. So until you add products and make your design in the editor, there will be no use to go on this link. So I can show it to you what I mean. So this link basically takes you to all these documents, but you will see that you will get an error because you have not added any products. If you try and do any of this, you will get errors. It will not show up anything, or it will show up empty. Everything will be empty. So coming back here, do not click on this till this is grayed out or you have added your products into your BOM. Then we have the search bar. So as you can see here, you can search here for the products which you have in your design. So we have almost 500,000 products in our database, over 2,000 brands. So 500,000 products in 2,000 brands. So a lot of products in our database. You can find pretty much everything in commercial AV on which you work on, the products. And then there are two libraries from where you can search from. So there is XTEN-AV library and my library. So XTEN-AV library is the catalog, is our catalog, which contains 500,000 products. And my library is your own catalog, which is common to your organization. So how it works is you select which library you want to search in. So I want to search a BIAM product and search it, add it. And then similarly, I can go under my library and I can search and add some other product which exists in my library. I do not have a Samsung product in my library, so let's see what I have. So now you will see the products which are added from XTEN-AV library. They will carry a tag which says XTEN-AV, and the products which are added from your library will carry a tag which says my library. So it's so one thing which you can do is you can build your own library using the XTEN-AV library. So I can copy any product which is from XTEN-AV library to my library. So copy to my library. If I click on it, now this product is now copied to my library. And now next time I'm going to search for this. I'll find it. So you can search from any of the things which you remember in the model. It could, like I just searched for AVBCI, so it will find that product. You can also search just Tessera, it will find all the Tessera related products. You can just search with the brand name, it will find you all the brand products. So we use Elasticsearch, which is really, really powerful and flexible, and it matches from any of the parts of the model, make and the model which you have. So the idea is that you build your own library of products. So in your own library, when a product is in your library, you'll be able to save your pricing information. You'll be able to edit the default information of the product which we have. So instead of working in MSRP, like this product is from my library, it is showing under MSRP, but the product under my library will show you your actual dealer price. And then once I copy this product to my library, I have the option to edit this, and I can change I can put in a dealer price. And just go back here, and I just do save. And if I just refresh this page, it should show up the dealer price. Yeah, it's already showing the dealer price. So I can add my dealer price along with a lot of other information as well, which I'm going to show you later. So let me just delete these two products for the time being. So the idea is that you work from my library instead of working in XTEN-AV library. We encourage you to build your own library. There are multiple ways by which you can do that. So first is you have your own My Library section. So this is where you will find all of the products which are in your catalog, where you have built your own catalog. And you can also upload multiple products in an Excel file in one go. So there is an option of upload BOM or upload products. So if you click on it, it will give you a sample file, which will look like this. In here, you just need to put your brand, model number, description, MSRP, dealer pricing information. This is not mandatory, quantity, and the part number. And that's all. So by doing this, you can directly upload all your products. It could be hundreds and thousands of products, and build your own library from this My Library section. That's one way of building your library. The other way is you can create your own products as well. So if you click on add product, and you can either create your own brand, or you can search from any of our existing brands. You'll have to give the model number. So the fields with an asterisk are mandatory. You enter the description. If you want to put in the manufacturer part number, it's up to you. Rack unit is also mandatory. If it's not a rack product, you can just choose to select 0 as rack units. You can put in an image link and a specification link. An image link is where the product image is usually stored by the manufacturer. So let's say I want to show you what that means. This is the image. I'll just double click on it. So this is the image. This is the URL where this image is stored. So I just copy this, put this here. You can grab any image from the internet. Similarly, if you want to put in the spec link where the specs are, the tech sheet, you can do that as well. In fact, let me show that as well to you. If I have the PDF available, data sheets. This is the data sheet. This is the URL for the data sheet. So I just put select the category. Now it's important that you select the right category of products when you are creating your own product, because we have please remember, we have everything. We have audio, video, audio control, accessories, pretty much everything. And if you don't find anything which is not here, then you use the category as other. So it's highly likely that in the main category, you will find everything. So please use this. And then the type, depending on audio, video control, you will have subcategories. So you can choose from the list. Please remember to choose from the list. If you don't find, then you can choose other. I'll do a DSP. Now you can see a subtype, which will become activated for products which have subtypes, like a microphone. Microphone will have subtypes. So based on the subtype for microphone, we will choose the correct icon for this in the drawing. So it's very important that you choose the right subtype as well. Similarly, for we have for ceiling speakers, for speakers, we have all these subtypes. Okay, guys, please don't ask any questions in the chat window, please. And the panelists, please encourage them to ask the questions in the Q&A window only. Okay, that's the rule number 1 for the Q&A. Please ask all your questions in the Q&A window. Okay, so let's add a DSP. Then you can put in your MSRP or the dealer price information, whatever you want to put. And then most important, if you say yes to add IO information, then that means that you want to add this product in the drawing. There will be some products like speakers which add IO information will be disabled. Like, let me just show you speakers like this, because generally, ceiling speakers will be shown as an icon, not as a block. So do not get confused if you get to see no, then it does not mean that this product will not show up in the drawing. I'll just go back. If you say yes to add IO information and click next, then it'll give you a very nice and easy form. You just have to click on add product. You have to do name the ports. And if you want to add other type of ports, so important thing to remember here is when you select a port as an input port, it will show up on the left side of the block in the drawing. When you select a port as an output port, it will always show up on the right side of the block. Control ports would be split between the left and the right. Similarly, the other ports will be split between the left and the right. So it's important what type is your what type of port you are choosing here. So that's it. You do save. Now this part is now added in your library. So that's the second way. The first way was to upload an Excel. The second way was to add a custom item. And then there is a third way, which is if you go under actions, then you can search from XTEN-AV library. This is the same thing which I showed you on the XDraw page. So just search for any product here. Now, since this page is my library, so all the products which you'll get to see in XTEN-AV library will by default have an option to copy it to my library so that you can add it to your own library. So just click on it, and this product is now added to my library. So that's the way you can build. So there are 3 ways to build your library. So your library will, whatever you add here, it will show up. So let's say added under my library, XYZ test is added. You will see it will even show up the image which I added in the URL. And if I click on the eye tool, it's disabled for the moment, but it will bring you the spec sheet as well. So coming back to my library, so this is where you can build your own library. You can search for the products, whatever products you have, as per brands, it will show up. You search, show up all the products. Now there is an option by which you can select individual products, or you can select multiple products, and you can download all of them in an Excel file. So it will ask you for which group. So if you're an admin or super admin, you might have different pricing for different groups. So that's why it's asking this. So you have a default organization. So Brightstar is my default organization. So I'll just add it and select download products. So it will download all the products in an Excel file. There you go. So you can download, upload products from here. So this library is common for your whole organization. It is available for all your team members. Now there is so all these things which I'm showing you is everything is new. It has just been upgraded. So my library was not like this a couple of days back. So there is one more feature, very interesting feature, is to clone product. So if you click on clone product now, so why do you need to clone a product? Many a times when you have created your own products, uh, first let me just delete this. Like this product I have created myself by clicking on add product as a custom item. So there could be 10 similar type of products like this, but if I have to add them again and again and add all the information like the port information, is 90% information for that product is the same, that series of product is the same. So it becomes a hassle to add each and everything again and again. So that's why you have this option to clone product, where you can just change the model number. We by default make it as a copy, and you click on it. You can change the model number, which you know is correct. Let's try this one. Yeah, so now you have a copy created for this product. So now you can go inside here, go inside edit. And now if it's a similar product or a different, just a different model number or one port is different, then you can just change that information easily. So that's why we have the clone option. So that's all about my library. So let's come back to Extra. If anyone has any questions, I can take them right now for anything which we have discussed so far. Okay, seems like none. So let's go back. So coming back to Extra. So now why I'm saying that you build your own library is because it's you can manage your own products. You will not have to wait for us to add products, and your entire team can share that with each other. It is very similar to how your music apps work. The music apps have their own library, and you have your own playlist or your own library. So you search for a product in the search for a song in the music app library, you find it, then you copy it to your playlist or your library, and next time you use that song under your playlist or your library. Not understand what I mean? Let me show you a quick example of that, what I mean by that. So here you go. I am going, so we have Apple Music and your library. So we will search for a song in Apple Music first. So I search for a song in Apple Music, searching. Here are the results. I click on it, click on add to library. It's added to library. Now I go under my library, search for that song. Here it is. So that's what I mean. It's much more easier to manage when you're working in your own library. And this library, whatever product you create is not shared outside your organization. It's your own. It's for your and your team's consumption only. See a question in here. Hello, are you able to see if a product is discontinued? We usually try and remove those products which are discontinued, but as of now, we do not really have a tag which says that the product is discontinued. Okay, moving forward. So rest of the other options, what are the other options available here is add custom item. Now add custom item is the same form which I showed you on the My Library page. So you can add a product either from Extra or from My Library page. It works the same way, exactly the same thing which I showed you. So you can, if you're working in Extra, you can just add a product here, and this product will also be added to your library. Then the next is upload bomb. So upload bomb is also exactly the same which I showed you in My Library. So this, you get a sample file, you upload your product, and actually let me show you how it works. So click on upload file, and let me find the bomb which I want to upload. There it is. Click on it, upload, 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 submit. So these were the products in my bomb. They've been added. All of them have been added. So they were not available in my library, so they've been added from XTEN-AV library. So that's how you do it. Now you will see there will be some products even in XTEN-AV library which will say no ports information. Now what this means? So this means that we do not know the category of these products. We do not know what ports they have. So we can't really add them in your drawing. That's what this means. But the good thing is you have the ability to add the port information and the missing information yourself. So all you got to do is click on edit. And you get all the information. You can change the part number, description, all of that. And if you say yes to add IO information and click next, you again get a form where you can just add the products you want, add the ports, I'm sorry, which you want. And please don't go by what ports I'm adding. I'm just giving an example. Please don't judge my AV design skills based on this, please. So now you will see the no ports information goes away, and now this product is automatically added under my library. So whenever you edit port information for any product, it will automatically be added to your library. So the point is that you can add port information yourself. So do not worry when any product says no ports information. You can add the port information yourself. And like I said, it's just a one-time process. You don't have to do it again and again for that product. Let me just remove these two unwanted products. So now, okay, what else have we got on this page? So you've got this select all button. So all the products which are there in your BOM will be selected at once. If you don't want to use that, you can individually select it. Now what you can do by selecting these products, either you can delete them so that you don't have to individually delete the multiple products, or you can copy all of them to my library. Like these products are from XTEN-AV library, so I can just copy them to my library. So let's just click on it. We'll copy these products to my library. There you go. Now the tag changes, my library. And now once a product comes under my library, it has a clone product feature here. So all the features which you saw in my library, clone product, add custom item, upload products, pretty much everything you have here as well. It's the same thing. So you can just work, you can take out one day if there is anybody, we have a lot of products, probably we will have everything, but there is a brand or a product which we don't have, a product range which we don't have. So you can just add all of them in one go under my library, and all your team members will enjoy access for this. And you will not have to remain on the mercy of the software company to add those products for you. Okay, so that's that. And so let's just add a few more products into our design, and let's create a design. Okay, let's add. Okay, so let's do a small meeting room. So I'm going to add a few products here. Let's add a DSP. Yeah, so if a product exists in your library, it will tell you that you can add it from my library, but I'll just go ahead and add it here. And then I'll add some speakers. This also exists. Okay, I got everything in my library. So I can increase the quantity either by clicking on the plus button or directly typing in here as well. Let's add an amplifier. And what else should we add? Let's add some microphones. Let's add some boundary microphones as well, or some wired microphones. Which one should I add? Let's add some weird and big ones. I'm actually not very good with microphones, so I'll just add any of these. So this is probably a wired one. So I'm just doing this to show you, you know, how different products will show up in the drawing. So we've added, I think we've completed the audio chain. Let's add some. Let's add a desktop. Added a desktop. Where did it go? Seems like something is wrong with the Dell. Let's try from my library. There you go. Then let's add an Extron switcher. Ports information, USB switchers. I'll have to go back to XTEN-AV library. See, my library is not really well populated because I am not a systems integrator. So my library, since I am XTEN-AV library, so my library is XTEN-AV library. Okay, let's add this one. Let's add a display as well. I think that's pretty much it. So we've added all the products. So you can create any kind of a design. You can create a large house of worship, auditorium, you know, a cruise system, a hotel, or any kind of system. All you need to do is just add products. And if you don't find anything either in XTEN-AV library, in my library, don't worry, just add it yourself. And it's just a one-time process. 90% of the stuff anyways you will find in XTEN-AV library. So you can copy them to my library always. So now I've added all the products. So you will see the view design docs is still grayed out because I have not yet completed a design in the XDraw editor. So I think I have covered everything on the BOM page, unless there are any questions here. There are no questions. Cool. So let's click on Open XDraw Editor now, and let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot to add control devices. I am sorry. Anyways, so here are all my video devices which I added. Quite a few quantities of external transmitters, which are actually of no use. But anyways, they will all show up. All the video devices will show up under the video devices. If you want, you can just remove these headers. This is just to notify you which products which you added in the drawing have shown up there. The audio devices will all show up in one place. And then you can just move them around. So now this XDraw editor and the BOM page, these are highly synced with each other. So every time you make a change in the BOM, you don't need to click on Open XDraw editor. By a change, I mean every time you add a new product, or if you remove a product or decrease the quantity or increase the quantity, you don't need to every time click on Open XDraw editor. You can just flip between these two windows. And how? Let me show it to you. So first of all, I don't need a mixer in this design, so I'm just gonna remove this. I also don't need a transmitter, so I will remove 5 of those. So I'm not gonna need them, so I will remove. So these products, these transmitters and the mixer were added from the BOM, which I uploaded in an Excel. So now I have removed those. So I don't need to click on Open XDraw editor again. All I need to do is just flip here and click on Pull BOM Changes. First thing it will automatically save your last changes in the drawing, and then it will fetch whatever changes you have made. There you go. So all the transmitters are gone. The mixer is gone. Only the things which you needed remain. So now one more thing. I think I need to add a touch panel and a control system as well. And let's add a touch panel as well, DSW. I go into XDraw editor, click on Pull BOM Changes, saved successfully. Ta-da! Now you have under control devices the Crestron stuff as well. Okay, so let's start a design, and let me show you how to make connections. So let's first drag and drop the icons wherever I need it, the blocks where I need it. Go HDMI out from the desktop. HDMI out goes to the screen from the switcher. Right, and then we have the touch panel here. You can add switches also, by the way. You can put network switches in here if you want to. I'm just doing a demo, so I'll not add that. And now I need to connect the control. Okay, and now let's see what I have in audio. So I have my QSys DSP in here. What else I have got? So I've got all these speakers. I need to move all of this above. So let's drag them to the top so that I can easily place them. Okay, so amp will go here. I have my mics. So I'll just add a mic connection. It's very simple. You've just got to connect the green dots to make a connection. Just hover on the port and the green dot will show up. Just like this. It's very simple. Click on it, connect to the green dot. Green dot shows up. Be sure. And here it will go on the QLAN. And then we have my speakers. So let's try and align them. So if I select this and go on to arrange, I should be able to align them in a row. Oops. Yes. So let's do this. Let's connect these, the green dots again here. And this one is going to go here. Make it beautiful. Aligned. So now you will see my small design is kind of complete, but not really. I need to add the wire labels as well, or the cable IDs. So how do I do that? So all I've got to do is just double click on the wire and enter the cable ID. Or you can enter whatever you want. Whatever your standard is. Okay. Go to the speakers. Right, so this is now kind of complete. So now you will see these dotted lines here. These dotted lines are actually your page breaks. So if you will try and print this, you can actually print it out right directly from this tool itself. You can just go under File and go to Print. But if you will try and print it like this, your whole drawing will show up into different pages, because this is page 1, this is page 2 till here, and then this is page 3. I have this also. So that's why it's going up to page 3, because the more you spread the drawing, the more pages is going to occupy. So what I can do is I can try and bring this inside, or I think for this example, I don't need this. I'll just remove this. So the page is the third page will go. So now it is only 2 pages. Now, how do I change the page settings so that everything comes under one page? So I go under the paper size. So these are the properties which you can access by this button here. So it will show you the page size. So I can select, and let's say I want to do an A3 and I want to do a landscape. Wonderful. So now you don't see those gray lines anywhere. So because which means everything is under one page. So now I can directly print this in an A3 format directly from here. So that's if you are really curious about printing your stuff. So I don't need these now because I've already made my drawing. More for reference. And there are various things which you can do. You can create borders here. We have these features like you can create rectangles, and you can make them opaque. Let's say, how do we do that? Edit data. No, not this. Back like this. So if you just put this in the back, it will create a boundary around this. So you can, and then the style of the line, you can choose whether you want a dotted one or whatever you want. So this becomes a boundary for your, so this is how you can, you can create boundaries, and you can have different drawings and that kind of stuff. I think I can also, this boundary, I can also make it transparent.
Vibhav, you can select the rectangle and
Yeah.
yes, and click on uncheck the fill from the settings from the properties area. You just
Yeah, there you go.
yes.
So that's Sid, one of our product managers. He's also on the webinar. So yeah, so you can just select unfill the fill, and this becomes like a boundary or a margin for your drawing. And obviously you can either work in a page, whatever page settings you have, or if you're not really, if you don't really care about the page, you can just convert this into a PDF in whatever size it is. How big it is, it will just convert into a PDF. For that, you'll have to go and click on PDF, and remember to select crop. If you have not selected crop, then it will go into multiple pages if you have not done the page formatting like I did. I'll just export this, download this. Here you go. So here comes your drawing. And if let's say I have to push this, margin, and if I have to push this to another page, let's change the page format to the one it was. Now you will see, if I will try and convert this drawing into PDF and I have not selected crop, and you will see how it will show up. It will go into different pages. Yeah. Same thing will happen if you try and print it as well. So just be mindful. Either you just convert into PDF, select crop, or you select the right paper size so that it appears in a single page, whatever it is. So let's see if we have any questions in here. This webinar has certification. No, we do not have certification. I'm sorry. Certification in the sense we still not RU certified for Avixa, but yeah, that's what it is. So that's there, and then let's come on to some of the other things which you could do. So you could convert this drawing into an AutoCAD or a Visio file as well. So let me just download in AutoCAD. It will download a DWG file. It will take a minute to download. We come back here, and now you see the view design docs is activated because you have already worked on the drawing now. And then there are various things which you could do. You could so there is a function of layers by which you can create different layers like you do in AutoCAD and Visio. So here is your DWG file. I do not have a DWG viewer, so it cannot open, but you can download it in DWG. Now the other things which you could do is, first thing, you can change the color of the lines, the styling of the line, the weight of the line, what type of a connector it is. All these settings which you will find in any advanced editing software, drawing editing software will be here. You can change the text, fonts, everything. You can do custom fonts, upload your own fonts as well. You can arrange them, and then same is true for blocks. You can do fill or no fill, so they'll kind of become opaque if you do no fill. Similarly for lines, what kind of a line, what line color you want, all of those things, you can do all those settings here in the properties window here. Just for whatever object you want to do the change, just select that. So let's say I want to do it for this, select it. You want to do it for a line, select it. You want to do it for text, select the text. So this will open up automatically. And then we also have, so we have a format panel, which is, yeah, this one. And then we have outline. Now outline is a really nice tool. So this gives you, like, let's say if you have really big drawing which you're working on, and you really want to go to different places in the drawing quickly, so you can use this outline tool, which is like a bird's eye, gives you a bird's eye view of everything what is going on. And we have layers, so you can create different layers of drawings here, in which in every layer you can add different products. So this is typically done in AutoCAD. So just click on add new layer, and you can just give it a name, or a name you want to give, and then start working on it. Please remember, do not add the default layer. The default layer is this one in which we work by default. So do not delete this, otherwise it will create issues with your drawing. So that's layers. Then we have a lot of other options here. So we have Avixa symbols. So you will see these are all Avixa standard symbols, which are usually sold. If you have to get access to these symbols, these are usually sold at around $100+ or something by Avixa, but we are giving this free to you to add on your drawings. So you can use these symbols, just drag and drop them wherever you want in the drawing. And then we have XDraw symbols. So XDraw symbols are just your AV symbols, pretty nice, modern looking AV symbols. Like we have a nice looking projector if you compare it to the Avixa projector. So that's why we made our own symbols library. We have rack accessories as well. So I'm going to show you rack layouts. And then we have floor plans. So I'm going to show you floor plans also a bit later, how that works. You can create your own floor plans also in XDraw. I'm going to show you how that works. Then what else do we have? You can select what kind of a line you want, what kind of connectors you want. You can add images. You can add different types of shapes in here. You can draw by freehand, and there are lots of things that you can do here. So let's say I want to add an image. So I can just put in an URL in here. Let's say I want to put this URL and let's see if it shows up. Oh, it will not show up. So I'll just show you from my computer. I'll try and add an image. There you go. The image shows up. If it's too big a size, you can resize it or you can just add it the way you want. So whatever you want to do, this gives you a lot of flexibility in here. So that's there. And then, as I said, these two are really, the drawing panel and the BOM, they're really well synced to each other. So let's say so I've shown you if you make a change here, it will show up in the drawing. Let's say similarly, you make a change in the drawing. Let's say I want to delete this touch panel. I don't need this. And I do save. Okay. And then I go back into the drawing and I just refresh this page. Now you'll see the touch panel has gone away. So yeah, so these are two, the drawing and the BOM are synced really well with each other. Okay, so now what do we have next is I have to show you how you can, let's say I have added a custom product, this one which I just created in front of you, right? And then I just go back and I click here, and this new product will be added in my drawing. There you go. Now this, let's say I have created this block from scratch and I forgot to add a port in here, or I misspelled a port, or I added wrong information in here. So what I can do to make it correct? So I can just go back here, click on the edit button, click on next, and these are my ports. So I forgot to add an AVB, or let's say a LAN port in here. And most important thing is this redraw device option. So if you click on redraw device and hit save, so now I go back here and I click on, watch out for this block. There is no AVB or there is no LAN port in here. So I'll just do full BOM changes again. There you go, the LAN port is now added. So you can always, even if I have added this, I have made connections, I have placed this block anywhere in the drawing and I forgot to add a port, I can always go back and click on redraw device, check mark, and I can redraw the whole device again, add a port, make a correction or whatever. So that's what it is. Do we have any questions in here so far? Or I think the drawing is now complete. I've added everything. I've shown you all the features which you can do here. And the more you will explore the tool, the more things you will get to know. And we are always available here on the chat support. So if you need any support, as even now there is someone who is online and you will get a reply within 2 to 5 minutes at the max. Okay, so this is done. I guess we do not have any more questions in here. So let's go back and show you. We still have, by the way, guys, we still have, this was a 90-minute webinar. So we still have 30 minutes to go. So I still have some things to show to you. So please stay online. So now I have completed my drawing. Now I can go and click on View Design Docs. So all these documents, bill of material is the same as you saw in the previous page here. Then we have the line schematics, same thing which you created here. Then signal flow diagram. So what is signal flow diagram? Signal flow diagram will give you the pictures of all the products which you have in your BOM, and you can make your own signal flow. You can change the color of the lines, make the weight heavier, and all of that is possible in here. Change the color, make a nice signal flow using the pictures, and you can put your own pictures here in here. Like I said, just go in the BOM, click on edit, and just change the URL here. Whatever URL you will put, that picture will show up here. So it's as simple as that. So you can create your own signal flow diagrams as well. Now, one thing which I actually forgot to tell you in here was, a lot of people from us have asked the ability to do separate drawings, audio, video, and control. So coming soon, you will have 3 tabs in here where you can create 3 separate drawings in the same window. So that's going to come really soon. Then we have the rack layout. So the rack layout is automatically generated. You do not have to create it from scratch. So since I have only these 3 devices which go in the rack, that's why it will add those devices, but I have full flexibility to make the changes. And then this is where the rack accessories come into picture. You can drag and drop them, do whatever you want with them. All the accessories are in here. And then if you want, there is a really nice place. Actually, I'm going to show it to you a bit later. So that's the rack layout for you. Then we do the cable schedule. So the cable schedule, you will see all the cable IDs have been entered by us in this drawing. As you can see, I have made these cable IDs. So if I'll come on the cable schedule, I'll find all these cable IDs here. Then we will automatically pick up the source and the destination devices from the drawing and the ports as well. Cable length we do not know, so we've given you the ability to enter the cable length. You can enter in meters or feet, whatever you have. Cable type you can select as well, or you can type in if you do not find any one from our list. So select the signal type automatically, and then you can just save it in Excel and PDF, download in Excel and PDF, or save it right here. And even except for the cable IDs, which you can edit in the drawing itself, everything here is editable. Everything here is editable, right? Okay, so coming back, so that's the cable schedule. Then we have the ceiling speaker layout. So this is a kind of a tool which allows you to enter your room dimensions, either in feet or meters. Let's do a big room. You can choose the make, whatever product you want to choose. Select the coverage, quantity. Right there. It will generate the layout for you based on the coverage angle of the speaker. And then you can always change the quantity and see how the coverage is going to look like. So I want to do 8. 8 is pretty good enough for this room. So this way I can decide how many speakers actually I need for this room. Then we can do proposals. I'll show you a bit later, but I'll give you a quick sneak peek of the proposals. Then we have scope of work. So scope of work you can write yourself so that it is saved in a single location where everyone can access it. It has a full-fledged editor, so you can import images or whatever you want. So you can write your own scope of work. In Questionnaire, we generate the scope of work for you automatically, but in Extra, you have to do it yourself. Then we have floor plans. So floor plans, you can create a new one from here, or you can upload a floor plan. So what that means is, let me just go to view all. So here you can upload a floor plan which is in any of these formats. There are PNG, JPEG, SVG, PDF. We are working on DWGs as well. So you will soon have the ability to add a DWG file and read it as well in Xdraw and annotate on it and do editing on it on top of it. So how that works is right now, let me just upload a file. So upload a floor plan. It gets added in here. Click on actions, go to edit. So the floor plan will automatically be added in Extra. You can just scale it. Now once you scale it, all you've got to do is drag and drop the symbols, do the annotation whatever you like. Camera. So I'm gonna play speakers also in here. Yeah, my speakers in here. So I place my speakers. I'll make it a ceiling speaker, double click it. So this way you can annotate here whatever you want to do. You can add text. You can add a text box in here. Whatever text you want to add, you can do that. Increase or decrease the size of the text. All that is possible. So, and let's say you don't find the shapes which you're looking for. So you just search for a shape from the internet. So I just want to do a CCTV. So here from the search bar, you can literally search hundreds and thousands of shapes or icons. Just place it wherever you want on your drawing. I'm sorry. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So you can just annotate on top of it, save it, and it will remain saved here for you or your team to access. Once you share a project with your team member, they will get the access to this floor plan as well. So that's how you can annotate on top of an uploaded file. Let's say you want to create your own floor plan. So you want to use the extra drawing tool to create a floor plan. So you just click on create floor plan, give it a name, click on create new. We have a question. Can we get uh, slip clip speakers for the footprint tool? What do you mean by the footprint tool? Do you mean the floor plan? So okay, yeah. So I don't know what exactly you mean by getting the clip speakers. I'm sorry, I'm not able to pronounce it too well, but you can. What we have is only the shapes which we have here, but in future we are going to add a way by which from the search you will be actually able to search for actual product images which are in your library. So in future you can add your own products and add images to those products, to whatever speakers you want, and then you can search those images by product name, and then you can just drag and drop it. So that is going to come pretty soon. So we are going to work on that. I hope that answers the question, but not right now. For right now, you can just, search for a speaker from here, or you can use Avixa symbol or extra symbol. and all you can do is just drag and drop them, and you can just name it what model or make you want, like that. So coming back to how do we create our own floor plans. So you have this floor plans stencils here, which allows you to create a room. So let's say I want to do a room. So these are my 4 walls. So I'll make a room here. I'll quickly show you how to make a room. Let's add a table. Let's add a flat TV if I want. We will add more stencils in here as we move along, but right now this is what we have. Let's add the door. And then here you can add AV symbols from here, whatever you want. And you can just create the dimensions of the room. There you go. So your quick floor plan is now ready to be shared and saved. So I just save it. Save successfully. Now I'll go back. It's saved already. So I'll just go back and I'll refresh this page. I will find my test floor plan in here. If I'll click on it, I will find it here. So that's how it works. Then coming back to the extra documents. So we have covered everything. So now you have an option by which you can download all the documents in a zip file. Please ensure that you do not have pop-up blocker on, because that kind of blocks the download. So download a zip file. So if you click on it, you will get an email with a zip file which will contain all these documents which you have created. And we have upload attachment here. So let's say for this room or this design, you have any images, site pictures, site survey forms, or anything, you can upload them here. Except for video files, you can upload anything in here. We give each user 2 GB of data space to be used. Oh, okay. So Mark was asking, that was not, I was asking, we would need the clip speakers to be automated ceiling speaker layout. Yes, yes, you are right. We can add this for sure. I will make Sid, can you please make a note of this so that we can add these speakers so that they show up
Yes,
in the
Web.
speaker tool. Thanks, Mark.
Okay.
Thanks for clarifying that. We will add them there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Uh, in the extra drawing tool. So if you have any questions, please start pushing in your questions, because we just have one more thing to show, which is the new proposals. So this webinar is recorded, so you will get a copy of this. It will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, and you will also be emailed about this. Also, you can find all of our previously recorded webinars under the trivia and tutorial section here. So you'll find all the webinars we've done for, there's a full product demo. There is an extra webinar full like this one, which we have done. There is a proposal tool webinar. There's a webinar on CRM and user access level, all about questionnaire. So you can watch them at your own pace. This webinar, we will try and add this one as well, but this is going to be same as this one. So I don't know. Maybe we'll add it because we've added a few new features in this webinar. Okay, so let's see if you have any questions. No questions. So I can quickly show you the new proposal tool of the changes which we have done. First of all, the new proposal tool. Yeah, Abdul, please just type in your question, whatever question you have. No need to raise your hand, and just answer, ask the question in the Q&A section. So you can create really nice, beautiful proposals in our proposal tool. So this is your cover image, your company logo, and all these things. Your areas and items. You can work in your cost prices. You can select your margins. You can have different sections like scope of work, SLA. Then you get your profit and pricing breakdown. You have terms and conditions sections as well, and you can save the settings as a template. So you can create different templates so that you don't have to write the same things again and again for different customers. And yeah, and then we have a lot of settings there, like you can create proposals in different currencies. You have different tax settings. Under advanced, you have a labor section, full-fledged labor section, where you can do different labor costs, or you can do labor per item as well. For people outside of the US, you can change the spelling of labor in the PDF. You can add a service level agreement section. You can do an optional product section. Then you have the ability to show what you want to show to the customer. Let's say a lot of the times you don't want to show individual line item pricing, only lump sum pricing. So you can do that. You can do a room wise. Let's say you have multiple rooms inside your proposal. So you can do a proposal which will show you cost for each room and also show you a summary. You can choose to exclude taxes. You can add a nice theme to the proposal. All these different colors are available for the theme. You can prevent the rounding off of decimal digit numbers, and you can also do a room by scope of work as well. Then we have this PDF layout section where you can change the layout of, this is how this is basically your table of contents, how all the items, all the sections are going to appear in your proposal. But if you want to change the by default name, you can change that. Let's say you want to call it executive summary, let's call it executive. All of those things you can do, or you can add more sections. Let's say you want to add a company profile section, so a new section will open up here. So a lot of settings are there. And once that all of that is done, you added all your costs, added all your data, and you can just do a preview of the proposals. So there is a really nice setting which we have done recently, by which now you can also see the images, the thumbnail images of all the products which you have in the BOM. Along with that, we have pushed in some more changes as well. So you will receive those changes over email if you are an XTEN-AV user. So this is how it is uploading now. So this is how it will look like. So this is the front page. Then this is the theme which I was talking about. Table of contents. We'll have every page will have a page number, cover letter, project description. This is what I was talking about. This is new. So you will have images. So whatever image you put in terms of URL, that will show up here. And if any product does not have an image, then there is under organization logo, whatever logo you upload, that logo will show up here. So like for me, by default logo is XTEN-AV, but if you uploaded your company logo will show up for any product which does not have the images. So this looks really nice, right? So you have room wise, so it will give you the cost of each room, scope of work. So it looks a really nice, beautiful proposal, much better than your traditional way of doing proposal. So again, if you want to learn more about the proposal tool, please go and watch our webinar for the proposal tool under the trivia and tutorial section. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to launch a poll, a quick poll. How did we perform? Please give us your feedback. And now we still have like 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, please ask freely. I'm looking forward to answering as many questions as we have. So I could see Christopher is here, Elliot Patterson is here, John Miranda is here, Jose, hi, Karthik, Kirk, Mark, Rick McKinney. All of these guys are here. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I can actually unmute your mics if you would like. And I still have 10 minutes in this webinar, so I can answer any questions. If you want to ask anything, just type in and I can just unmute your mics. I'll just go and unmute your mics. So if you will now have the ability to unmute it yourself. So yeah, so if you want to ask something, unmute your mic and ask. Let's say if you have a question in here. How do you recommend to do follow-up with clients on XTEN-AV? John is asking that.
Hey
Follow
guys,
up.
how's it going? Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yep. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear us? Seems like. So is it? So can you hear us, John? So follow up with the clients. John, I didn't really understand that question.
Yes, I can hear you guys. Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you for your presentation today. I've been using XTEN-AV for over a month now. We're definitely gonna working on it on the company. We just did another subscription. My only question today, I've seen a lot of improvements, a lot of good things, especially on the proposal part and on the design part. But my question is about the pipeline on the cells. You know, once you maybe you drag or you make your list. Now, how you guys recommend to use this? So every morning when I come to the office, I open. Okay, I have this pending. Let me check this. I saw an approvals there too.
Right. So for that, under your dashboard, John. So is it John, right?
Yes, John Miranda. Yes.
Yeah. So under your dashboard, you will get a project funnel, which will show you what projects are in what stages. So this, you can just click on them, and it'll take you to all the projects. Let's say if you want to check out all the projects in concept design stage. So you can just open up those projects. It'll give you a list of all those projects, and it'll also show you which of your team members are working on which projects. And if there are any projects which are supposed to close, the procurement date has been set in this particular month, they will also show up here. So you'll get the list there as well. And then if you are the account owner, then you can go under all projects, and you can, if you want to search for a team member or any particular client's project, you can just search for that, and then you will get to see their projects in one place. So as an account owner, you can track all of that. So those are the some tools which are available to for you to see what's going on. Similarly, if there are multiple proposals which you've been working on, so there is one place where you'll be able to see all the list of your proposals. When with all the information, when they were created, what stage the proposals are in. So this will give you, because proposals generally go to the customers, so you can see all of your proposals and see what stages they are in, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that you can use all of those features to to track for sales. Does that answer your
Okay,
question?
perfect. Thank you. Yes, definitely.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, guys. So unless if there's anyone has any more questions, please let us know. Or I think we can call it a day if there are none. Okay, I don't think there are any more
I have a
questions.
quick question.
Yeah, sure.
How are you? No? Oh, no, we found it. We got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
We got it.
Anyway, so you can just, whatever questions you have, you can always write to us in the chat window here, or you can go under support and feedback, and you can raise a support ticket, and we'll try and respond within 24 hours. We'll try and resolve it within 24 hours.
అందరం యాక్సెప్ట్ నాన్ మ్యూట్ ఉందనా
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for attending today. Hope you liked the session. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to write to us. And if you want to attend more such webinars, you can go on our website and go under events on our website. And there you will find the whole list of all the webinars which we are conducting for the next 1 month. So just go under events, and there you will find the list of, we do a weekly full product demo webinar which is conducted live, and we also do a bi-weekly webinar. So next one we'll see what topic we want to choose, but in the last few months we've done quite a few webinars, and I hope many of you have attended as well. Okay, having said that, thank you very much. Have a good day, good evening, good night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ